Hi everyone, my name's Tom and today we're going to be taking a look at this PS2 Slim I bought on eBay for £4.20. What happens when you power it on, it was sold as faulty. What happens when you power it on is the power indicator starts to flash red and green. So I'm not really sure what that is, so what I'm going to do, I'm going to get it apart and we'll have a look if there's anything obvious going on. See what we can work out. Let's go. Okay, I've never taken one of these apart before, but I've got it on its back. I'm guessing the screws are going to be hidden under maybe these feet or maybe these tabs. I'll try the feet first, they're normally quite common. Yeah, okay, we've got a screw in there. Let's go. Oof, this is possibly never been off before. Ah, so that one doesn't have it. Okay, so maybe it's here on this one then? Yeah, there we go. Actually, let me make sure to keep these in some resemblance of order, so I know what comes out of where. So I think the PS2 is the last PlayStation I ever had as a... When I was growing up, I had some fantastic memories. Like this. There we go. 6 screws, there's nothing under there. I'm going to say there's nothing under there. We'll see, we'll get these whipped out and we'll have a go. One of these. So I don't know if these screws are the same or not, so we'll just make sure we keep them in the right place. I've got to say, despite how cheap this console was, it didn't come with any power cable, so I bought an aftermarket one, which aftermarket power cable ended up costing more than the console itself, which is always fun. Right, is that... Oh, it definitely feels loose. Oh, there is something at the front here. Maybe it is under these feet. Let's have a look, see. No, so there's absolutely nothing under that one. Feels like it's loose at the back, so I can open it here. It's definitely loose here, but the front... There's something in this... Oh, there we go, it's clipped on. There we go. I see. I see. If we open this up, help us see anything. I'm trying not to break anything. It feels kind of like it's clipped on this edge, or along this edge somewhere. Oh, there we go. Oh, it's full of dust and pretty minging. Okay, so there we go. This is the inside of the PlayStation 2. I'll just zoom you guys in a bit so you can see a little bit more of what's going on. So straight away, I think really interesting is there's some rust here around this port, and actually, just looking inside, let's see if we can zoom in even further. Focus. Yeah, so you can see there's rust in here, so I'm wondering if it's been water damaged, because actually I can see around the screw terminal it's a bit rusty too. I think what I'll do is I'll try and remove this cooling assembly. I'm not sure if we have to remove everything. I'll start taking some screws out and we'll have a look. These little ones on the fans, they're a different size. Can't see much that's actually holding this in, so there's a little board here. Can we lift it out? Oh yeah, you can see there's a lot of rust underneath here. Let's turn it over. Again, spots of rust on the bottom. It's either been a very damp environment or I suspect it's had something spilt on it maybe. You can see all the copper traces under here are not looking particularly healthy. Okay, well, let's carry it apart and have a look. Lift the battery out. See if I can get that cooler out now. Oh no, far too big. Yeah, they're the same size. Yep. Okay, so this fan lifts up. Should. I want to disconnect this. That's the fan removed. Right, what's holding this shield down? Because really we need to get the shield up and off to be able to see the components underneath. So in here looks okay. Yeah, I feel like it's going to be a real mess, but we'll keep going. I'll see if I can get this drive mechanism out. That's going to want probably one of these screwdrivers. Okay. Again, the goal here is really just to lift everything clear so we can get to the underlying circuit board. Okay, so we're going to lift this little tab on this one, locking, that pulls out. Oh, that's really not good. Okay. I'm not sure if that was me or not. I might need to check the camera, but I think I've just broken a ribbon cable. Oh, that could be actually disastrous. Okay. I didn't realise that was going to be stuck down. Oh, genuinely, really disappointing. I don't know if you can see it. There's just the tail end of a ribbon cable stuck here, clips, and then this cable is broken. So might have to see if we can get another one of those, or maybe run some very small wires across. I'm not gonna lie, I'm a bit annoyed with myself. What else have we got then? Okay, so now I'm happy to turn this upside down. Okay, we've got screws on the bottom here. Let's open this up. Ooh. These feel rusty. Really rusty. They're sort of crunchy when you try and unscrew them. Put them over here. You know, my goal when doing all these is just to try not to make stuff worse, and I really feel like I've, unfortunately, done that. Oh, this screw here is rusty head on it. Don't know if you can see this. Get on focus. There you go. Yeah, really rusty head. But and the rusty head one actually we need to be a little careful with because that is a different length. But that should be enough to lift this shield off. Let's have a see. So the underside looks okay. It's all rusty around this edge bit. That top bit was really rusty. I wonder if it's had some kind of liquid spilt in the disc port. So here's the thermal pads sat on the CPU and such. Yeah, I mean you can tell the copper all the way around the edges. Incredibly rusty. All this bit is rusty. You know, it could just be a case of cleaning it up. Maybe we have to do a little bit of trace repair. It's all doable. It's all doable. So what have we got? I would assume the CPU's here and probably the GPU is here. I'm not sure exactly what this chip is. Like I said before, I've never actually been inside one of these. But all seems very doable. What's this? This is some kind of switch here. Oh yeah, that's still damp inside there. This is some kind of switch, possibly the lid switch actually. Notice the lid's closed. Okay, well I think the best thing to do is going to be to get some alcohol and give it a thoroughly good clean. Alright, bear with me 1 minute. Okay, so I've got some isopropyl alcohol and a bit of a toothbrush, and to be honest I think what I'm going to do is just spill a little bit on the board and then just go around and give it a good scrub. Really just try and clean it up. It really is pretty minging. This is like 90-something% alcohol. It's generally pretty safe to use on things like PCBs. It's just very good for getting stuff nice and clean. Okay, so there we go. So I think the next thing I'm going to do is just go around, have a really good look at everything, visually see where the damage might have occurred. So I can see especially around this front part. There's more corrosion. I'm not seeing anything that would interfere with the trace really, but maybe some of the small traces have been damaged or broken, or you know, whatever it might be. I'll get a bit more on these. And if I can't see anything, it's time to get the multimeter out at that point. Start testing some of these components, seeing if we can follow through where the fault might be. I think it's going to be really interesting. So again, it was kind of this front edge. It's possibly around here, so I'm interested in like these capacitors maybe. These chips look particularly bad. I think they're possibly resistor packs. So I think it's going to be worth testing those. Okay. See what we can find. It's going to be a multimeter job, I think. Okay, now it's time to play a very laborious game of test all the capacitors we can see for short circuits. Let's go. Okay, actually, as much as that's beeping, I think that's an inductor. Same for this one and this one. And the inductors, we want to see continuity through them. But let's check these. Which ones am I feeling? Hmm.